from Broad, and Cummins couldn't do much about it. He got in the line of the ball, tried to ride it. He struggled to duck the short ball this afternoon, and in the end has finally poked one up in the air to duck it.
Yeah, well, Pat Cummins, like so many of the Australian batsmen, just haven't been able to get a game plan against this type of bowling. It's the simplest of dismissals, an easy catch to Ben Duckett. And Body Line 23 has another victim. England captain delighted, not just with the wickets of falling, but the lack of runs being scored as well. This has been perfect from England. The Australian captain goes for 11. Australia 261 for 8.
Eight down, Australia. The lead 352. They've had no answer to the short ball barrage. Amazing how this game has transformed, really, from that third afternoon when England struggled with the short ball. That's been the go-to tactic for both teams. Dare I say it, it may be the go-to tactic for Australia when they get a chance to bowl. Here's Josh Hazlewood. To get off the mark straight away. It might be the cue for Mitchell Starc to try and take the short ball on. Nobody's found that easy to do. We had dramatic shots moments ago of Nathan Lyon hobbling down the stairs. He's just standing in the long room there. This was him coming down the stairs. I'm not sure he'll be taking too many quick singles anyway if he does come out.
As you know, no runners allowed in international cricket anymore, so
it's going to take him about an hour to get to the middle at that rate.
Well, I mean, it begs the question, what's the point? I mean, he's not going to be able to run any singles.
It is interesting though, because it suggests that Australia don't feel that they've got enough with 353.
I mean, 353 does sound chaseable. It's not like the pitch is doing that much. But of course, if you look at the short ball theory, Australia have lost their last 7 wickets for around about 130, 140 runs. And been rendered almost impotent in terms of pushing the scoreboard on. And I suppose that's the challenge for England. If Australia adopts similar tactics, how are they going to keep the momentum going without taking outrageous risks? And that's going to be the challenge. We know with this England team they're going to have a crack. I don't think they're going to be leaving too many, but as you say, Australia want as many runs as they can possibly get on the scoreboard. Yep.
That's good from Mitchell Starc. Not just the quick single, but it means that he keeps the strike as well. 263 for 8. Trying to think of this is the end of Pat Cummins. Once you get in the line of the ball, it's tricky.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, as your hands go up with the ball, you've got nowhere to go. You've almost got to keep going up with it, and that's why you get yourself in that position. The players that play it best sort of drop their hands as they see it short. But Cummins probably trying to poke that in the offside as well to get a single, and that's the problem when the ball gets big on you. You're kind of committed to that shot. Three for 60 now for Broad, who's bowled well in this series.
It will be Stokes to continue with a 12th consecutive over. He set the field back. He's giving Mitchell Starc a single. Other than short leg, there's nobody really stopping a single.
I mean, do you think you get to the point here where Australia feel like they might as well take on this short ball? They're not going anywhere. Is there any point in plodding it around and just trying to survive?
Well, it's only Starc who can do it. I'm not sure Hazelwood's got the game. Certainly the way Nathan Lyon was hobbling down those stairs, I'm not sure he will have either. There's a very famous and dramatic moment many years ago here at Lord's when Colin Cowdery came out with a broken arm. 1963 against West Indies, came out to face Hall and Griffiths right at the end of the game to try and save the Test match.
It's interesting, he's down in the long room at the moment because he knows it will take him too long to get down from the dressing room.
Timed out.
But of course, from Australia's point of view, the ducking and diving, trying to get out of the way, I mean, they don't want either of these fast bowlers of theirs to get injured. They're going to have to be on top form against the England batters in the second innings. It feels like they might as well play some shots.
Well, the field comes in now for Hazelwood. A short leg, a silly point, a deepish leg gully, and most others saving the single.
One hit Hazelwood on his arm, and that's the point I'm trying to make, really. They're trying to sort of defend their body against this type of delivery. Get one on the elbow or the arm or the wrist, and they might find themselves one man down in their bowling attack.
Oh, good catch. Joe Root it is. Going to find himself in there for the rest of his days. He's been so good. He's taken two excellent catches. We await to see whether Nathan Lyon is coming. Here he comes, hobbling to the middle with Australia leading by 355.
Lord standing to applaud the bravery, the commitment, the dedication to his team's cause.
I know you're not allowed to run out. Well, he could get carried out to the middle, couldn't he, presumably, by a 12th man, and then they could depart the scene, piggyback him out.
What, you mean literally sort of carry him to
Absolutely.
Well, I think even in that stage, what is the point in him being out there, Athens? I mean, I'm wondering that myself right now.
Well, the game produces many dramatic moments, really, and here is another that will go down in the annals of the Ashes. Nathan Lyon, he's cooked. He did his calf on that afternoon when he came charging in from deep square leg, but he's hobbled out to the middle, and I can't think that England are going to do anything else but bowl exactly the same way at him, and he's not going to find it easy to get out the way of the ball. Well, but what's he going to do?
Well, this is the point I was making. It's all very well showing bravery to get out there, but if you can't score a run, it's utterly pointless.
Well, except that Mitchell Starc may be able to. If Nathan Lyon can survive 2 more balls, then Stark has just got a license. He played that very nicely. Half thought about walking to the non-strikers and then thought against it. Lyon survives. Stark is on strike with a license. 264 for 9.
Well, for Joe Root, a new position of short leg. Generally, it's not a position you want to show any sort of talent in. But Joe Root has showed plenty of talent today. Excellent catching. It's an unusual position with the helmet on. If you're not used to it, very hard to judge the pace of the ball coming at you. And Root's done an excellent job in there today.
Well, that draw has been receding from view, and England gradually coming back into it, although Australia still favoured on CricViz. Stark is going to have a swing here, surely.
Yeah, well, he knows he can't run a single, he can't run a 2. So it's boundaries or nothing, really, for Mitchell Stark here. And he really doesn't want to see Nathan Lyon facing too many deliveries at the other end either, I don't think. So I think it is time just to push the gamble button, have a hack.
Ricky Ponting has just whispered in my ear, ever alert to the situation. Nathan Lyon ducks into a bouncer in the next over, gets concussed. Todd Murphy, call for Todd Murphy. Deliberately duck into a bouncer.
That is commitment to the cause.
Goes for it, comes off the helmet. Don't know whether there was a bit of wood in it as well, but there'll be another delay here because that's clattered into Mitchell Stark's helmet. So the physio will be on and the game will just slow down even more.
Yeah, this one clonked him pretty hard. Problem is, if you're trying to play your shots, you've got to commit to the shot early, and therefore does bring getting hit on the helmet more into play. It's been a brutal period of play, quite frankly, all day. Quite hard to watch for many of the spectators.
It's quite interesting that England are prepared to do with the ball what they wouldn't be prepared to do with the bat, isn't it? Which is almost take the game to a stalemate. They've said they wouldn't do that with the bat, but they have been prepared to do it with the ball, and it's worked.
Yeah, well, I think that's the point. It's probably been their best chance of taking wickets, and certainly when you look at the almost kind of no momentum Australia have been able to get with in terms of scoring runs, it's been the perfect tactic as far as England are concerned.
And my point being, you can't be so wedded to something that you're not prepared to go against the grain, and that's what they've done this afternoon. It's absolutely worked for England. It's got them back into the game, even though Australia is still leading by 355. But the short ball has worked, simple as that. And however Australia have looked to play it, whether to duck it or indeed to go after it, they've struggled. Khawaja first of all, then Smith. Travis Head was next man to go, brilliantly taken by Root at short leg. So there's 2 trying to score, 1 trying to defend. Green for a lot of the time just ducked until eventually he lost patience. Another good catch from Duckett out in the deep. Carey was the next man to go, gloving it to short leg again. And then Cummins, as we've seen, a a short while ago, getting into a tangle and fending it to duck it in the gully. So it's been very difficult for Australia. Some excellent short pitch bowling from England. Hazelwood the last of them.
I mean, as you watch this unfold, interesting to think about how the rest of this series is going to unfold, really. You would have thought that both teams will see this as more and more the sort of primary mode of attack. Maybe at Headingley the ball nips around and they might think there's a bit more swing up there, but you can just see this is going to be the plan B, and they'll go to that very, very quickly.
Unless there's something in the pitch here, we've talked about it, slightly two-paced nature of it. Unless that is the thing that is making it doubly difficult, and say at Old Trafford, which is generally one of the kind of truer pitches in England, maybe it will be easier to play, who knows. But everybody has struggled here with the short ball.
Well, you think the only reason you wouldn't keep going with this tactic is A, if you think you're more likely to take a wicket by bowling at fuller, but also if you think that the opposition are going to score reasonably quickly, and in this match no one seemed comfortable scoring. That these fields that are set makes it very hard to score boundaries unless you hit someone over the top for 6. So we're going to see plenty more of it over the course of the next 3 test matches.
Starks swings it away, but there are men out, Crawley one of them.
So effectively Mitchell Stark has to score a boundary or they don't score. He might be able to take a single here off the last ball of the over. And they've kept the fielders out. They're happy for him to do that. Australia can't really go anywhere here at all unless they hit a boundary.
And he does swing it, and it goes high, and Rayan Ahmed is under it, but does brilliantly actually to get it. And Nathan Lyon is hopping in and gets home. Oh no, he's in real trouble here. Oh dear. Well, if there was any chance of him taking any further part in this series, you'd think this little episode is done for that.
This just seems foolhardy to me. I mean, this is a guy's career potentially on the line here.
It was well, there was so much going on here. This was a brilliant bit of fielding from Rayan Ahmed. Look at this. It was fantastic piece of awareness and fielding to get it back into Crawley, who he almost got it to him on the full, in which case that would have been a brilliant catch. It was a fantastic effort as it was, and then at this point Nathan Lyon is hobbling in to try and make his ground. Oh, that is a good bit of fielding.
Of all the skills that England have showed, those Bazball skills, just having a look where his foot might have touched the rope as he was retrieving that ball, but it was a magnificent bit of skill coming straight out of the T20 format. We see that so often in T20 cricket. So no, the umpires are happy with that.
Well, one has sympathy for Lyon, who we weren't given a grade to his calf injury yesterday. They just said it was a significant calf injury. And that significant calf injury has just got significantly worse. He is really struggling. Josh Tong replaces Ben Stokes after 12 overs from the England captain as Mitchell Stark swings away fine and swings it for 4. So Nathan Lyon has helped at least his team add 4 more to the total, the lead 360.
setting himself up to hook anything that comes his way here. 3 men in the outfield. Needs to go over the top of all 3 of them.
They won't be running. Lyon has not even moved at the non-strikers there. He's just leaning on his bat handle. We've shown you plenty of the Rehan Ahmed bit of fielding, and Nathan Lyon at this point thinks it's going for 6 and then realizes actually he's got to get a move on and get to the striker's end, so he hops in. Oh dear, that's the reaction on the balcony from his captain. A guy who's played 100 consecutive test matches, the only bowler in the history of the game to do that. But it won't be 101, sadly.
Well, Australia will argue that any runs that these two make will be runs that England have to get, and therefore it is worthwhile, and you never know what direction that this game is going to go in over the next 4 or 5 sessions. It's painful to watch, though, I must admit. See Lyon out there not being able to walk, let alone run. Mitchell Starc having to withstand this barrage, getting hit.
Do I have a memory somewhere of you refusing a runner to somebody when you were England captain? Was that Graham Smith?
I did, yes, Graham Smith in the Champions Trophy. It wasn't actually me who refused the runner, the umpires refused the runner, and I was articulating to them that I strongly agreed with them not giving him a runner.
What had he done, a hamstring or something?
I think he was just tired. That was my point. I was like, he seems all right to me. I think he just he'd scored 100, so he'd obviously done all right up to that point, but that's why it's been outlawed. One of the reasons it's been outlawed. Oh, yeah.
Now Lyon will be on strike because Starc is not able to get a single. 269 for 9.
I was just looking up to the Australian balcony to see whether Pat Cummins might consider calling them in here with Lyon on strike. He seems comfortable enough with the decision he's made to send Lyon out there.
He's got a shiner as well, hasn't he, Pat Cummins, because of that bit of fielding when the ball bounced up and clonked him in the eye. It's symptomatic of the way this game has gone in the last couple of days. So many bouncers, so many people taking blows. Nathan Lyon coming out with a torn calf.
Yeah, and I think that's the other point to make. Nathan Lyon not able to run between the wickets, but obviously can't really put weight on that foot of his to be able to play the ball effectively. He's just sort of sitting target there, and it's hard to watch.
He's just showing his stumps a bit. I wonder whether Broad might just go for the stumps. Australia said that they'd make a decision at the end of this game about whether Nathan Lyon will have to go home. I think that's almost an inevitability, don't you, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, those sort of calf tears take weeks, maybe 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks to heal correctly.
pulled it away rather well, but only straight to Ben Duckett. It's a good effort this from Nathan Lyon. Yeah, and he'll look up and see his captain encouraging him. Duckett again. Two old teammates there, Joe Root and Nathan Lyon, played together club cricket in Adelaide many moons ago. Up it goes. And after all that, it's nothing, because Lyon can't move, and between them Brook and Crawley have done well, I think. We'll check it, but I suspect they've done well.
Yeah, I think Crawley just got the ball back before his foot hit that rope. Look at it now. Brook, sorry, the man. Yeah, he did okay there. And another dot ball.
Excellent bits of fielding on the boundary. Rayan Ahmed, Harry Brook, they do so much practice now in T20 fielding on the boundary. You see that coming into the longer form of the game. So Broad hasn't pitched one up yet. Lyon's played the short ball quite well. Will he go last ball of the over? Will he go for the stumps? No. Lyon's played that really well, it must be said, given that he can't move. 269 for 9.
Plenty of applause there by David Warner. His teammates appreciating his bravery. Nathan Lyon doing a good job for his team, but I must admit, because I'm finding this hard to watch. Absolutely fine, legitimate tactics from England. Just not a great advert for Test cricket in my mind. Everything's laid out there. It's like a stalemate almost. And that game of cat and mouse, the outthinking the opposition, it's just so blatant what the plan is and what the attack is, and obviously very difficult to contend with. So you can see why England carry on with it. Just doesn't look good. Don't like the appearance of it.
Well, 100 overs bowled now, and Stark just looks over his leading shoulder to the leg side. He knows what's coming. He's going to take it on. There are 4 men waiting in the deep. Hits it well behind square, no run. Oh my God, Stokes now. Well, his knee is the left knee, so I think that's a bit of cramp actually. Yeah, I think it's a bit of cramp after a dozen overs. A scene from MASH out there.
It does feel farcical at the moment, doesn't it? No runs being scored. Hint of restlessness from the crowd here at Lord's. Nothing happening at all.
Well, they might be in use soon enough. The paramedics carting Lyon off, carting Stokes off. No, it's just over Tong's head. It was a kind of slower ball bouncer. Stark thought he was caught and bowled here. He was starting to walk off to the dressing room, but he survives.
This is absolute chaos, isn't it? Plinked it straight up in the air. Of course, everyone's on the boundary, so yep. He was halfway back to the pavilion. Unbelievable.
Had a lot of shots here, but absolutely no return. He's got 2 balls. Can't run a single to keep the strike. He's just got to swing and swing hard to leg. He's hit that one well. Huge roar from the crowd as Mitchell Starc swings Josh Tongue away for 6. Great applause from the Australian balcony and the Australian supporters in the ground.
Well, that is why Nathan Lyon went out to bat. Another 6 runs. This partnership now worth 11. Who knows how important those 11 runs will be at the end of this game.
Dot ball to finish. Lyon has the strike. The lead 366.
Mitchell Starc knows that it's 6 or nothing really. All those men out on the boundary on the leg side, very hard for him to pierce that along the ground. So it is full baseball swing, and hopefully it goes far enough, which it did on that occasion.
Well, we're almost at tea, but remember Australia are 9 down, so play will continue if Broad doesn't get line in this over. You'd think at some point he's going to try and fire one at the stump, surely. Oh, he's hitting for 4. Unbelievable scenes. Applause on the balcony, the crowd going wild. Nathan Lyon on one leg has just pulled Broad for 4.
I don't think he enjoyed the pain he felt after doing that, but another 4 very valuable runs for his team.
That's why I think Broad's got to go for the stumps here. Surely it's actually easier for Nathan Lyon just to score runs doing that. What's he going to do if he pitches it up at the stumps?
Yeah, I was just watching Nathan Lyon as Stuart Broad was coming in. He's backing away a long way to leg, anticipating the short ball. I mean, it is clearly the tactic, isn't it? You bowl a Yorker on off stump. He's so far away, he can't move his feet anywhere near the line of the ball, and the odds are so much in your favour as a bowler.
Swings again. Only has to go 5 yards either side of that finger, and he's in business with another boundary. It's Anderson who's running all the way to Broad to give him a bit of advice, and maybe he's just saying, come on, pitch the odd one up, aim for the stumps occasion. It's just too predictable here, and giving Lyon a chance to hit some runs.
Well, Broad now changing his angle to round the wicket, I suppose trying to get the ball coming across Lyon. That pull shot he plays more likely to go up in the air with the angle. Doesn't feel like he's going to bowl the full one that we've been talking about, though. Well, for a man on one leg, he's actually starting to hit the ball nicely. That people have struggled all day long with that shot he's playing there, and he's probably played it better than anyone.
And this will be the end of Nathan Lyon. The change of angle has done for him. He's going to make his way very slowly off the field. He gets a pat on the back from his adversary, Ben Stokes. And England have had a good day. They've bowled out Australia in the end for 279 with some short ball tactics that Australia haven't been able to cope with. But they do have a good lead. The lead 370. England need 371 to win and square the series.
Yep, it would be England's second highest run chase of all time if they were to knock these off. But you all remember so well that 378 for 3 they scored against India last year in 2022. So England have got themselves in a position where it's possible. And Australia, we're going to have to get it right with this new ball and think about their tactics. But an excellent effort from England today, an excellent effort from Nathan Lyon as well. Grimacing as he walks off the pitch. He's much supported by his teammates.
Well, it may be the last time that we see Nathan Lyon in Test cricket in England. Possibly, we don't know. He's 35 years of age. I can't see him playing in the rest of this series, and of course the next Ashes would be 4 years hence, so who knows. But he's getting a good hand here from the members as he very gingerly and with great pain, no doubt, makes his way up the steps and into the long room. I feel the members are going to start throwing their hats in the air or something. A tremendous entry into the long room. Showed great courage there to come out and just help. Mitchell Starc had a few more for that